Um, hello everyone. Today is Monday, Tuesday of the week, and this 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 video never meant to be like prepare. What we will talk today is about crypto, particularly Bitcoin, Bitcoin ETF, a little bit of that, and some of the portfolio investment strategy for beginner just like me. Okay. I'm recording this in the hotel, because technically this week I'm not in Bangkok anymore. And all right, yeah, so I got a very nice view in front of me, which is the mountain. Okay, so let's start. Bitcoin so far, if any of you guys has been invest at least like 1,000 US dollars in the past 2 months, you already pocket a lot, right? Um, One example is that which I will take a screenshot for you guys to see as proof. I just invest. I don't have much money, so I put in like about 20,000 baht, which is roughly somewhere around like $700, right? That is when Bitcoin it's as a 1 million 800 something. I'm not really remember, but I sold it like a couple days ago for 1.9 million baht at that price. So technically, I earned more than 5,000 baht easily, right? So with that being said, for investor or some like just stock right for Bitcoin rider like me, no, it is a nice treat, right? You can get that extra money for like a nice buffet, some vacation somewhere with just technically an X percentage of your salary, right? And you get lucky as well. You get into the right time and you exit at the right time. Then you get benefit from that. So that is the good news number one for those who get in and out in the right time, right? The next thing is recently Bitcoin news has been all over the internet. Not and some will appear on the mainstream media, like news. Like even Vietnam having it, even though they are not really legalizing yet. They have a lot more in US, right? It's all about Bitcoin. Like why Bitcoin in the last quarter of the year, it's gonna go all crazy, right? Um, in order to discuss about this, like it will take a lot more time for it. And since I consider myself as a beginner in this crypto market or whatsoever, um, uh, I only explain the thing that I've learned and I hear from the expert. So these are not my opinion. It's just like what I see, I learn, and I try to following it. And so far, I didn't experience any loss, right? So this Q4 of BTC is very bullish simply because it repeat number one is repeat the 4 year cycle of Bitcoin, right? If you do the research on it, the last few years, I mean the last few months, live stream video of a lot of people, they all mention about this. This is a 4 year cycle. The second one is that now we have a whole new country who is at the country level, they trying to adopting crypto into their economies in order to cap it up against inflation. Like COVID in the last 2 years, government keep printing money. So this is one of the reasons why they want to stay with crypto, because crypto you cannot print, you are depending on the miner, right? And it has been controlled by many countries, so it's very hard to do any sort of like printing, right? So this is force number one. that help pushing the price of crypto a little bit. But again, it's just a little bit because these countries are small, like El Salvador, like some, like some, I don't know, unknown country for me, right? So that is one. The second one is that the downturn of crypto in general and Bitcoin, Ethereum back in May and August of this year is it just simply, right? There's a force behind it, which is super rich people who try to drive down the crypto market in order to, like buy in, right? Like there is an old saying, buying the dip, right? So they will have to create a dip in order to get in, right? And how they're doing this is through policy, through news, like U.S. bank never, like consider crypto as a form of payment. Bank of Thailand is say, okay, owning crypto and blah blah blah. It's not there. Right? A lot of countries doing this, but behind the scene, a lot of these countries is developing their own form of like crypto form or whatever you call it, right? They will develop their own. They will have their own way of having a wallet, right? In terms of blockchain technologies. So they need to drive it in and out in order to get it, and there is no better way to drive down the price in order to get it, right? They cannot be so stupid to buying high and then develop something at that high. So this strategy is very good for big whales, and that's what they have been doing for in the past 6 months, right? So for those who are patient enough to stay until now, you should be able to see your account balance increase a lot, right? But of course, it's not as much as back in April, because back then my portfolio strategy is different, right? And then the next thing that helped the Bitcoin price in increasing is the Bitcoin ETF, which just been approved, like I think yesterday or 2 days ago, depending on the time zone that where you are living. This kind of like proposal has been submitted like years ago, and now it just it just become a good news in the right time. So this is the reason why you see in the past hours the crypto price, particularly for Bitcoin, is increasing significantly. And again, so I get, after I sold it, like as I mentioned earlier, right? I sell some Bitcoin. So that's my mistake. But when I make an order to get back into the market, I never think it could go that low when I make that order, right? Let's see if I can find a screenshot of my trade order and put it, show for you guys. I never think it can go that low, but actually it's happened, right? So what does it mean for kind of that big dip on the very first 24 hours, right? What happened on that one is we are not sure who or which organization is doing it. But what happened is there is a large amount of BTC has been dumped back to the market, and because of this, the price just simply dropped, right? And by doing this, there will be a few more items that is happen at the same time as well, which I don't think I have enough knowledge to dissect it yet. One of the reasons is that people will try to short it, right? So these group people will definitely make a good investment on it. And the other side is the side that like speculate the price of Bitcoin will keep going. So their future order to go long would definitely like get into the liquidation, like it goes so high. So the more Bitcoin going up, their position, it just doesn't make sense anymore, right? Like I will agree to buy at this low when the price is so high. So what happened? They just sell it, right? Yeah. So these two, plus at the same time, there's a little bit of like, like government involved in here, but the news is not there, right?
So these three factor that is, making the dip of Bitcoin in the past on that first 24 hours. Now the next 24 hours, it just, I honestly, I don't know, right? But as a newcomer into the crypto right here, what we can learn or what we can take out from this is that, again, buy the dip, right? And you have to go long term on these kind of investment. If you ride the wave, which I do, right? You don't know how much luck do you have, because technically the exchange on the crypto market is because it's decentralized, right? It's not regulated. It's been moved by the mass. So which side of the mass is bigger, then you get the price of that, like force, right? To me, here we have the FOMO, the government, and the whales. These are for me like my current segmentation right now, right? And depend on which team is more crazy than the rest, then that's how your price move, right? So again, so that is a very short and update or continuation of my previous recording. But again, congratulations for those who get into the market when Bitcoin is well below 60,000 in the past 3 months. Now you can feel like your account balance is it just looks so good right now, right? Again, so it's year end, it's a Q4. By the analysis of in the past 5 years, Bitcoin seems to have the cycle of like this at the Q4, right? So hopefully we can enjoy the upward trend at least until December, so that all of us will make have a happy Christmas or Thanksgiving by then, and then whatever come next year, then we just live to it. All right.